Boozed and Confused is a comedy and weird topic podcast. Adult language may be used, probably by me. While our episode topics may be educational in nature, we are not responsible if your children start dropping the F-bomb to their kindergarten class. Listener discretion is advised. Hello, everybody.
Oh, you
Startling.
sneaky.
Probably somebody for sure just crashed their fucking car because that was the intro, which I would too. Absolutely. Hello, everybody.
I would crash the car if I turned this podcast on too.
Welcome back to another episode of Boozed and Confused. I'm Carolanne.
This is Matt.
And we're like a little late this week, but we'll just pretend like we're doing it closer to Christmas because that's what this episode is about. Kind of very loosely related.
Let's just say it's Sunday night.
Yeah. We'll just pretend there was a glitch in our upload.
Right, and this is
Yeah.
us just correcting it.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
It's because the producer moved the mouse
Yeah.
in the calendar to like the wrong day.
Yeah. So we go solely based on this little
like a
Christmas
Christmas
wall
countdown
calendar. Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
The producer likes to take it's like a mouse that indicates what day it is. The producer picks it up, and I try and tell the producer where to put it. And then she puts it on the wrong day, so we actually time travel. That's our thing in this house. We time travel.
Well, today is a ranker day. We're gonna talk about the real ghosts of Christmas past. So like I said, loosely related. Just bear with us here. But there's some like good shit in here that I've never actually heard before, so I'm kind of excited to talk about some of these. But before we get into the topic,
We have some chimney cleaning to do.
yeah, just like a little chimney sweeping. Should I put on my best? Who is it that's like, please, sir, can I have some more?
Is it Oliver Twist?
Yeah, Oliver Twist. I'll just have an Oliver Twist accent for.
That's a Cockney.
all the-
It's a Cockney accent.
I'm not even gonna pretend. That's fine. So the first thing is, if you like, no,
Oi,
where the hell are we?
think of like Sean Deitch. Well, if you like the pod.
Yeah, but I'm not as big and ginger as he is, so I can never fill those shoes. But the first of our shit housekeeping items is we're on all your favorite social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter while it's still around. I've been thinking about joining Mastodon. For those of you,
Truth Social.
no, absolutely not. No. For those of you that haven't kept up with the Twitter drama, I know a lot of people, if you're listening to this and you also have a podcast, you probably know this already, but Twitter very temporarily released a rule that was going to prevent anyone from having anything like Linktree, which is what we use for our podcast, anything that would link out to other social media platforms or websites like Twitter. It would have banned that, and then they very quickly walked that back because they realized everybody hated that, and it would also actually remove their Section 230 protections. So yeah, fucking stupid.
Yeah.
All that to say, I think maybe we'll check out Mastodon. I don't
Also,
know.
like, how can I put my Amazon wish list for all the simps who follow me on my OnlyFans?
what do you post on your OnlyFans?
Oh, it's just like wholesome content.
And people pay for that.
Yeah, I do the whole like POV, like you're in bed with me and we wake up and I'm like, hey.
That's not wholesome.
No, I give the camera water and like like scrambled eggs and stuff. Like most of the video is actually me in the
Stop.
hallway
I'm
just like
stop.
clanging pots and like swearing
Stop.
like I
Stop.
burned myself.
Stop.
So like
What?
the video title is "Cute Boyfriend Burns Himself Making You Eggs." And then I feed you eggs.
Stop.
It's only $20 a month.
That's
One video every 2 weeks.
that's awful. I'm actually gonna unsubscribe from our own podcast after you just said that. That's terrible. Yeah. Okay. So Holy shit, we don't do that. The next thing is
we don't do that. I do that.
If you like our podcast, which Jesus, after that, I don't know who would, you can subscribe or follow wherever you get your podcasts. Tell your friends about us, maybe. I don't know. You're probably embarrassed after this past 5-minute intro. I would be too. But if you take a screenshot and you send it to us after leaving a review or subscribing and following, whatever the frick you do.
Why'd you not swear that time? You've already got like 4 in the bank right now.
You can just take a screenshot, send it to us. We'll send you some Boost and Confused stickers in the mail for free. We've got a lot of stickers left. A lot.
I've taken to tagging random things with the stickers.
Yeah, amazing.
Mainly like school property.
Yeah, awesome.
Basketballs, scoreboards.
The executive producer.
All of the above.
Yeah. And the last one is, what are we drinking?
Lagunitas, a little something something. It's a nice little Christmas gift.
Oh, I just realized this wasn't the pale ale that you gave me, which is why it's a little spicier. So
yeah,
this is
Torpedo.
This is Sierra Nevada Torpedo Extra IPA. So it's like 7.5%.
Hey, so is mine.
I'm gonna go night soon.
You and
or
me
I'll
both.
just sleep. I'll sleep good. Okay, well, that covers all of our housekeeping items, so I guess we should just get into it.
I should probably plug my OnlyFans again.
You absolutely should not.
Called POV Eggs and Bakey with Matt.
Wakey Eggs and Bakey with Matt. That's a very long
good one.
Username handle. I don't know.
It's just like WWEB is for short.
Stop it. All right, wait. Stop it. I'm out of here. All right. So today's episode, like I said, we're gonna go through ghosts of Christmas past, or real ghosts allegedly of Christmas past. This is a ranker list. Truthfully, you and I are going to discover it together. You, the listener, and I are going to discover it together. Because I read the first couple just as like a quality check.
Yeah, this is fine.
And then I was like, yeah, it's fine. And I'm not going to read all of them. But there's, I think, a list of 13. So obviously, link will be in the show notes.
13 ghosts.
Oh, dang. That'd be smart. I don't know if that's why they actually did it or if they just ran out.
Ghosts come in 13s. Like, it's a baker's dozen of ghosts.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how that works. All right, so this first one is The Legend of the Mistletoe Bride haunts England's Bramshill House.
Well, that's sad.
For this one, I will be putting on my best Cockney accent. Just kidding. No, I won't. The legend of the Mistletoe Bride has been retold for centuries and has taken many forms. While the story's true origin is difficult to determine, many have come to believe its roots are in the disappearance of Lord Lovell's bride at the Bramshill House in Hampshire, England. Allegedly, Lord Lovell was preparing to wed a young woman related to Sir John Cope, the owner of the Bramshill House. This was around Christmas time, so mistletoe hung throughout the mansion, inspiring the wedding party to play a game. The young bride-to-be would hide somewhere in the mansion, the groomsmen would all seek her out, and whoever found her first would get to kiss her?
You said
That's
plural
fucking
groomsmen.
Weird.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, so that would be like you and I were getting married, and then I would go hide, and whoever of your side of the bridal party found me first got to kiss me. That's fucking weird. All right.
Could they kiss me?
Stop it. So the bride went to hide and the wedding party sought to find her. However, the minutes turned to hours and they still could not find her. Eventually, the game turned terribly serious as no matter where they looked, she remained missing. Not until 50 years later did Lord Lovell, still seeking answers to his bride's disappearance, happen upon a secret closet in an upstairs room of the Bramshill House. Inside, he found a wooden chest sealed shut with a lock, and upon opening the chest, he found the nearly unrecognizable remains of his bride.
Want to shout out hide and seek champion of all time?
Yeah, that's intense. That is really intense.
I think it just shows to how much she didn't want to kiss the other boys. So she's like, well, I'm going to hide so well.
Who offers up their spouse like that? That's kind of weird to me.
It's pretty commonplace. Bring back the old days.
Yeah, hashtag
brother husbands.
Ew, stop it. This next one is the Brown Lady of Raynham Hall. wanders the passages every Christmas. A lot of these feel like they're from across the pond, not gonna lie. The Brown Lady of Raynham Hall has perplexed visitors and paranormal investigators for hundreds of years. Back in the 1700s, owner Charles Townshend married a young woman named Dorothy Walpole. While they lived happily together for some time in Raynham Hall, Townshend soon became paranoid that his new wife was being unfaithful to him. So opposed to the first guy who was like, yeah, kiss her.
Kiss my fiance.
This guy's like, are you looking at my wife? Eventually, driving himself mad with jealousy, he decided to hide Dorothy away in the hall, telling all of their friends and family that she had tragically passed. Oh my God. Okay. Dorothy was forced to stay inside the mansion, allowed only to wander through its halls. Not long after, she perished, never having left Raynham Hall after her husband imprisoned her. Ever since her passing, people have witnessed the image of a woman in a tattered brown dress wandering through the halls, and some of these reported encounters are truly horrifying. One visitor, unaware of the Brown Lady's legend, approached a woman in the hall only to have her look at him with a glowing face, but where her eyes should have been, there were only empty sockets.
Dark holes.
Ew. Empty sockets, dark holes. However you want to describe it. Years later, after numerous other reported sightings, a photographer from Country Life magazine visited Raynham Hall to document it for an article. After snapping a photograph of the central stairway, he saw within the image a hazy silhouette that many to believe is none other than Dorothy Walpole, the Brown Lady.
Empty sockets and dark holes. Only a few things among many that you'll see on my OnlyFans.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we found a new OnlyFans name. This next one is alleged phantoms plagued a Brooklyn home during Christmas time. A few weeks before Christmas time in 1878, Edward F. Smith was at his home in Brooklyn, New York, when the doorbell rang. They had doorbells in 1878, I guess.
I mean, you could ring an actual bell.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm
also,
so fucking stupid.
When was electric invented?
That's a great question.
When did they invent electric?
When was
electric invented?
Electric was invented 1752. He had the kite and electrocuted himself.
I wonder what they did before they had electric.
By 1910, many suburban homes had been wired up with power, and new electric gadgets were being patented with fervor.
Oh,
so
that word.
the vacuum cleaners back in the 1910s, probably not a Roomba, that took pictures of you while pooping and then sent it to
Roomba.com.
the lab.
Dear Beth Jesus, look what I found. Analyze.
Anyway, so he answered the door, but there's no one there. This soon became a nightly occurrence. The doorbell would ring, only for Smith to find no one outside and no signs that anyone had been there at all. Growing frustrated, Smith sprinkled ash and flour along the path to the door, expecting to find footprints left behind, but the substances were undisturbed and the noises continued.
Ooh.
No matter where he and his family stood around the house, the noises remained unidentifiable. Smith and his family were growing more concerned as the doorbell ringing turned to aggressive banging on the doors. Eventually, they contacted the police. The ringing and banging continued, and still no one was able to identify its source. One night, a brick suddenly flew through the window from outside, even though police officers were standing nearby and saw nobody.
Huh.
Ooh,
my first guess was like a shorted wire or something, but the banging, you got me on that one.
Yeah. Although they investigated the home for some time, police were unable to identify the cause of the disturbances. Smith and those who witnessed the strange occurrences ultimately concluded they must be paranormal in nature. I love that thinking back in the old days. I don't know.
Ghosts.
We thought of two things. Can't be that ghosts.
Get the leeches.
Get the leeches. Get your sage.
You gotta let some blood.
Yeah.
You got an angry spleen.
Also, your wife needs an exorcism. She's definitely possessed.
Yeah, she's got opinions and stuff. She's probably a witch, too.
Oh, no, I have beer almost coming out of my nose. That's awful. All right, number 4. The ghost of Sir Geoffrey de Mandeville and his headless dog roam the streets on Christmas Eve.
Love it.
Are you guys okay over in Europe? Because I know we've got some fucked up shit in the U.S., but I don't know. This one is kind of creepy.
What if we had a dog, but the dog ain't got no head?
Yeah, do you think Sean Dyche listens to this podcast and he's going to be offended?
Publish it. He's got thick skin. He managed Burnley for like the better half of 10 years.
Oh, what a lad.
He's got thick skin.
Yeah. The story of Sir Geoffrey de Mandeville is brimming with political betrayals. He held the title of Earl of Essex and was a prestigious European landowner during the 1100s. Because of his title, he had great influence over royal politics at the time. However, when a debate emerged regarding the rightful heir to the throne, he chose the losing side and was promptly stripped of many of his assets and excommunicated from the church. During his excommunication, Sir Geoffrey was slain on the battlefield, but because of his exile, he was not allowed a proper Christian interment, which many believe left his spirit trapped within the earthly realm. Well, way to go, assholes.
Where's the dog?
Wait, yeah, sorry,
Tell me
hold
about
on.
the dog. Does the dog get beheaded for like treasonous acts?
Rumor claims that Sir Geoffrey also left a curse on the properties he owned, stating that should they ever be taken away from him, ruin would befall his betrayer, and every 6 years on Christmas Eve, he and a headless dog would haunt the lands draped in a red cloak.
Watch, like, when he's dying, he's like, just so you guys know, every 6 years, I'm gonna come back with the headless dog. We're gonna leave dog
And,
hair
like,
in your pudding.
Half of them fucking die in like a black plague or something anyway. So they're like, what did that guy say?
6 years.
Oh, yeah. That's also just very specific. Why every 6?
He's got a lot of things to do.
Yeah.
A lot of chains to rattle.
Yeah, naturally. Ever since his demise, people who visited the properties he once owned, particularly the Pims Brook Bridge in East Barnet, that's a tongue twister, have reported hearing strange sounds and witnessing the hazy image of a headless dog breaking through the fog, accompanied by a knight in full armor and a red cloak.
That's dope. Again, the headless dog.
Yeah.
You
You
got me on that one.
Yeah. Number 5. A ghost supposedly disrupted a Christmas party at Alcatraz. I feel like as the list goes on, these are a little bit more like, but it's fine. That's why we're here.
One Christmas, I slipped on ice.
Ghosts. Alcatraz, the isolated penitentiary located in the middle of California's San Francisco Bay, closed down in 1963, but tales of those who were once held on the island continue to haunt generations of onlookers and visitors, often referred to as, quote, the Rock. I prefer the other one better. The one of Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Alcatraz has gained a reputation for unexplainable and shocking ghost encounters, and one of the most notable was recounted during Christmas. Back in the 1940s, while the facility was still in operation, the warden, at the time, Warden Johnston, decided to throw a small Christmas party at his boarding house on the island. During the gathering, a few of the guards began retelling the story of a phantom figure who appeared before them wearing a gray suit, brim cap, and sporting mutton chop sideburns.
Oh, sick.
The sideburns. All the guards could do was stare at the ghostly figure in shock, and before they had a chance to move, quote, the room suddenly turned very cold, and the fire in the Ben Franklin stove was extinguished. And just as suddenly as he appeared, the phantom man vanished.
He was gone. So spooky. Merry Christmas.
Number 6.
Número 7. Oh, no.
Oh, that's so embarrassing.
Número 6.
I'm not taking it out either.
Keep it in there. Duolingo Owl hasn't gotten to me yet.
No. I should check in on their TikTok. Shit, it's been a while.
I was going to say, I went back to the app and it's like, hey, where you been?
Yeah.
I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
You don't give a hoot about language, do you?
Oh, you're talking about the Duolingo app. I thought you were talking about the TikTok app.
I don't go on TikTok.
Well, I know.
Have
That's
TikTok.
why I was concerned.
I'll never have TikTok.
Yeah, thank you. Anyways.
Truth Social, on the other hand.
Yes. Stop.
Speaking of social media, OnlyFans. I'll serve you bacon and eggs in bed.
Feed them to you.
POV, eggs and bacon.
But also you have a slight tendency to hate when people get crumbs in the bed. or grease on the sheets. All right. Number 6. An old Victorian house is allegedly haunted by an eccentric woman every Christmas.
Wait, a Victorian house?
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait a second. This
Wait a
is very generic sounding. This sounds like it could apply.
An
to
old
a lot of
house
places.
has a ghost in it.
Every Christmas.
On Christmas.
This one comes from Ludington, Michigan. One group of ghosts from the Stark family has created quite a legacy for themselves. The Starks left behind numerous spirits that are now haunting a Victorian home in Ludington, Michigan, and visitors have reported numerous sightings, particularly around Christmas. One such specter, Vera Stark, was well known in her life for eccentricities and seems to have brought them with her into the afterlife. Those who claim to have seen her ghost say she appears in front of the yard of the home wearing only a fur coat and picking flowers, just like she did in real life. Are they saying she was naked and would just wear her fur coat and pick flowers? Because that sounds a little unhinged.
If a ghost was naked, what would you even see?
That's a great question.
What's under the cloth?
Yeah, I don't really know. I would like clarification on this one.
I imagine a ghost is like a sheet wearing person.
Yeah,
but like wearing clothes.
Yeah.
So it's like you have like the sheet under the clothes.
Yeah. But then you take the clothes off and it's the sheet. They're naked.
But
it's the sheet that is. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to.
If you want to find out, follow.
Stop it. All right. In addition, the ghost of one of the Stark daughters who suffered a terrible mishap in the mansion's gymnasium can allegedly be seen walking through the halls of the home. The current owners of the home have even attempted to open it up to historical tours, but they apparently ran into problems. Quote, "Our spirits did not care for it being open to the public and went wild."
So you get for having your own gymnasium without like
I
a
was gonna
lifeguard
say
on duty, or like a safety officer or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna
no
have to,
running in the pool. Around the pool. It's unsafe.
I'm gonna have to look this house up because it's a very pretty looking house. I'd love to see what it looks like now, if it's still around. Number 7.
Numero siete. There we go.
A headless horseman allegedly haunts Ruse Hall every December.
That's been there. We've already done Headless Horseman.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
It's a tried and true trope.
Yeah, naturally. No headless dog, though. Right? The dog
headless
was like...
dog, that's the first time I've ever heard of like a headless ghost dog.
Yeah. Yeah. Points for creativity, really.
Does the headless ghost dog have like a headed ghost dog companion who helps him see?
Yeah, he's like got a little leash on that just walks him
it's
around.
Like the dog
maybe
has
like
a helper dog.
Yeah, maybe a little less spooky that way. Like,
He's
holy shit, is that a headless dog? But oh my god, he's got a little friend.
The dog has like a little vest on. So
yeah,
I'm
working.
I'm working. Don't pet me.
Oh, I would read that. Ruse Hall, a mysterious mansion in the English countryside, is rumored to be one of the most haunted places in England. Located just outside the small town of Beccles?
Beccles.
Beccles? Sure.
It's gotta be Beccles. Beccles? That sounds so...
Beccles. Beccles.
Becc. Beccles.
Yeah, sure. In the country of Suffolk.
This is England.
The mansion has accumulated plenty of ghost stories ever since it was first built in the 16th century. One of the most horrifying stories is that of the Headless Horseman. Many people may be familiar with this legend, but at Ruse Hall, it takes on a life of its own. Numerous visitors to Ruse Hall have reported a man on a horse riding toward them on the road, only to discover he has no head. Allegedly, on Christmas Eve, the headless man is often seen clattering down the driveway with his phantom coach and 4 horses. This is only the beginning of Ruse Hall's ghostly existence. Other rumors claim that there are strange markings inside the hall known as devil's footprints, and some have even reported seeing a girl watching them from the windows.
Well, but your mind sees what it wants to see.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta say that this makes me rethink the whole like Sleepy Hollow story.
Mm-hmm.
Ichabod Crane.
Yeah.
Washington Irving.
Uh-huh. Sounds
like some plagiarism. Let's run it through turnitin.com.
Yeah, I would like to know the inspiration for that story.
I taught that story last year, and
Mm-hmm.
I did become obsessed with like American folklore,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm kind of pissed.
Yeah.
Did he just copy this stupid?
Yeah, from the 16th century? Something like that. Well, it was built in the 16th century.
You gotta wonder.
I'm going to look that place up and see what other... That's, I think, really the first time it has popped up for me as a topic. So I'll give that a little look and
A
see
lot
if
of
that's...
heads missing in this episode.
Yeah.
More than our usual
Yeah.
episode.
Maybe that adds to the mystique, if you will.
The horseless headsman.
Number 8. Anne Boleyn.
Oh.
Is said to return to her childhood home every Christmas Eve. Hever Castle? Whatever.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Is nestled deep in the British countryside of Kent, and was once home to the Boleyn family, Anne Boleyn, the most well-known member of the family, who lived the early part of her life there before she married King Henry VIII. I had to do the Roman numerals counting in my head.
VIII.
Yeah. Within a few short years of her marriage, however, Anne was targeted by dissent and gossip within the castle, accusing her of everything from witchcraft to adultery. Eventually, her husband formally accused her of these charges, and she was ultimately executed. Yeah, if they fucking killed me for that, I'd come back and haunt him too. Just being honest.
I mean, if I were marrying King Henry VIII and I knew his track record,
yeah, I just... Ugh.
I can change him.
Stop being a fixer. Whether she suffers from heartache or homesickness, Anne Boleyn's spirit is said to haunt the halls of her childhood home, Hever Castle. However, she allegedly only appears on one day of the year, Christmas Eve. Rumors persist that her somber specter is seen drifting silently over the picturesque bridge that spans the River Eden in the grounds of the home where she knew much happiness. That's actually just like a little bit sad. Little bit. Yeah.
She married King Henry VIII.
Yeah. Ugh. I mean, did she have a choice?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That's a good question.
Probably not. This is the last one we're going to go over. There's a few more on this list if you wanted to read more that you can read in the show notes. But this is number 9. I think there's like 13 or 14 on this list. So number 9, a spectral.
Spectral.
Ooh,
Spectral.
Jesus, that one got me.
Spectral
Spectral socialite is said to sing Christmas carols at the Hotel Bethlehem. Hotel Bethlehem, located in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, is home to a number of chilling ghost stories, not the least of which centers around a young girl named Mary Yo. Born in 1866, Mary, or May, was raised on the stage, inspiring within her a love for singing and performing from a young age. Her talent gained her much attention. Eventually, she found herself performing with great success on stages in Paris and throughout Europe. Dang, good for you, girl.
You go.
You go.
Yes.
Just a small town girl from Pennsylvania.
It's like an old world Beyonce.
She even caught the attention of a wealthy lord who quickly married her and made her a member of the British aristocracy.
Aristocracy.
No,
Sign me up for that.
Yeah. Tragically, her success led her down a dangerous path, and her marriage fell apart after the lord who swept her off her feet went bankrupt. It's always these men out here lying. Always these men out here lying.
I got a fat wallet, girl.
And she went on to marry an American soldier who robbed her of much of her wealth. Yeah, see, these motherfuckers are just always out here. Always out looking for themselves. Never for you.
Men are trash.
They are trash.
Trash. Not
Belong in the
for
trash.
you. Not for you. I love them, mama. You don't talk like we
Why
talk.
did you write me?
I wrote you every day
365
for
letters.
365 days a year.
You would get a letter?
I wish I could quit you.
No. We're not going there. Stop it. All right. At the time of her eventual passing, reports claim that she recalled her years in Bethlehem as the best time of her life. To this day, Hotel Bethlehem's visitors claim to see the apparitions of a young dressed in elegant attire and either singing at the piano or pacing next to the Christmas tree. Some even claim to have heard her faint but recognizable voice singing one of her favorite songs. They neglect to say what one of her favorite songs is.
But it's Baby, It's Cold Outside.
Yeah, maybe. So that's today's episode. Hope you enjoyed hearing some of the Ghosts of Christmas Past.
All my ghosts of Christmas past are just trapped away in the closet.
Or on his OnlyFans.
Come find out.
No, those are the ghosts of Christmas present. And I guess Christmas future.
POV, opening a present in bed.
Stop.
But
also
Amazon broke
it's a
the
glitter
package. Amazon broke the package, and it's just like a broken coffee cup.
Oh, too soon.
And you're just watching me in the corner angry messaging Amazon for my money back. But I'm shirtless or something. I don't know, like my toes are showing. It's like smell-o-vision.
No, stop it.
You
Stop
smell
it.
my feet.
Stop!
Oh
my God,
scratch.
I'm leaving.
You buy a Lunchable, and it's like back in the late 90s, Lunchables had this promotion where you bought the Lunchable and they had like little things, and one of them was like a Nickelodeon thing where it was like a scratch and sniff thing, and do you remember this? And you'd probably not, you sweet summer child, and you would watch it, like Rugrats, and then it'd be like, all right, scratch number 3, and you'd be like, farts, and you go, dang it, Chucky.
I don't remember that. I will have to look this up to verify. And it's not that I'm that much younger than you, because I'm not. I just don't think I ate a lot of Lunchables growing up.
They were like special for me. I loved Lunchables.
Yeah.
My favorite Lunchables were the ones when Pokemon first blew up. You would like cut out the cardboard and get like little cards, and that was before I actually had like the trading cards. And now I have like approximately like 10,000 cards.
There's a lot of cards in the house.
I've improved the storage.
Yeah. There's a lot of cards in the house. Well,
a lot of investments. You mean?
Yeah.
A lot of investments. That's
wink.
That's the producer's college education right there.
Yeah. It's going to be as useless as my AMC stock that I'm still holding.
We're holding the line.
Still holding.
We found out that we're down lots of dollars.
Lots of dollars. Anyways, that's today's episode. Thanks so much for joining. Happy Hanukkah to those who celebrate. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy winter solstice, because that is today.
That is today.
Today.
That is today.
The 21st. And hope everyone has a lovely New Year. I'm assuming we're going to do an episode next week before the New Year, but I guess we'll see.
We'll see.
We should, because that'll be our New Year 2023 predictions episode.
Ooh, yeah, with Baba Venga. At round 3.
Round 3, here we go.
Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get.
It's never good. Baba Vanga is never like, you guys find world peace. No, it's always like, Antarctica's on fire.
How did you do that?
Anyways, all right. See y'all later. Have a great one.
Follow me. Goodbye.
Bye.